So if you want to be successful with any kind of change in your life, including changing your body and losing body fat, you need to learn how to master your mindset. So this video, I want to give you a good example of how to change your mind when you need to the most. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jodie and I help you change your beliefs so you can change your body, your health, and your life. So something I'm always stressing to my clients is that you are so much more capable and stronger than you think. And you really have to start believing this for yourself and applying it to your everyday life. So rather than going into the gym and thinking it's too hard, or approaching any task and thinking it's hard, you have to like switch that in your head and be like, no, I'm strong enough for this. Like, I'm more capable than I know. I just have to challenge myself and try. And most of the time, if you do that, you're going to prove yourself right. Often it's just that we're too scared of failing, so we don't even bother trying. Anyway, that's kind of off topic, but that is a really important point I want to start with. And that leads me into controlling your mind, right? And getting better at this. And you all can. I was never an expert in mindset or controlling my mind or getting myself to do scary things or things that really challenge me or feel very uncomfortable. I've just got better at it over time. And so you can as well. You can learn how to do this, then you can literally achieve anything you want to. And what holds a lot of you back is not that you don't have the strategy or you don't really know what to do, it's that you don't know how to stay consistent. And that means riding out those emotional waves that we all have and doing whatever you need to do regardless of how you're feeling. Anyway, so I want to give an example based on this previous week. My parents were in town visiting me, which was really nice. And that meant I was going out for food a lot more than what I normally do. And so I had this intention, I set an intention at the start that I was going to stay on track no matter what, which meant I was going to keep up with everything I normally do. So I was going to keep tracking my food, I was going to keep going to gym, I was going to keep getting my steps in, I was going to keep hitting my protein target, all of that. And obviously food being the hardest part if I'm eating out more and like away from my regular routine with food. I think it's really important, right, to set that intention from the start and stick to that. So in some cases, it would have been okay to be like, okay, I'm just going to take the week off tracking and enjoy myself. But I just got back from Europe where I took a month off tracking. So it wasn't really the right time and place to have another week off. It would have been very easy for me to be like, I've already had a month off, let's just have another week off. Like, what's the point? I'll just get back into it after this week. But I like that little bit of a challenge, and I have goals. I want to get there faster. I'm the same as you. I want them as fast as possible. And it doesn't help to keep putting off what you know you need to do to get there just because it's only an extra week, right? That's an extra week that I could be making progress towards my goals. So that's how I decided to just keep going and keep tracking. So I had that intention from the start. But when it actually got to the moment, I heard these thoughts coming up in my head. It's too hard. I can't be bothered. What's the point? All of that. And I know a lot of my clients have these thoughts coming up in their head as well. So I'm sure you do at some point if you are trying to stay consistent with workouts or tracking, eating right, whatever it is for you. It's so normal for these thoughts to come up, right? And that's where you really have to stop yourself and switch the story that you're telling yourself, because it's all just a story. Whether it's true or not is for you to decide. So you have to think, is it actually that hard? Ask yourself, question these thoughts that come into your mind. This is like a big part of my day. Every single day I'm questioning the thoughts that I'm listening to, right? So ask yourself, is it that hard to track food? It actually isn't. You look at what's on your plate, or what I often do is I'll take a photo of it, and then when I'm away from my parents or whoever I'm with and it's more appropriate to actually look at it and track it, I will do that alone, right? Later often. When I was out in all these instances, I could have planned ahead and kind of decided what I was going to eat, but I decided not to. I just wanted to decide in the moment. I was kind of too busy trying to fit work in around entertaining my parents. But anyway, all it involves taking a photo of the food or just kind of remembering what was on the plate, and then looking at the main ingredients on the plate, searching for them in the app, estimating the portion size, and logging it. Like, it's not actually that hard. So much of what we think is hard is just made up in our head. As we don't want to do it because we can't be bothered. That's the other thing, right? Like, if you can't be bothered, that's like most people, right? Most people can't be bothered, and where do they get? They get nowhere. So do you actually want to go somewhere, or do you want to end up nowhere as well? Like, it's just a choice that you have to make. And if you can remind yourself that you have that power and you have that choice in every single moment of your day, that's how you can start to make the right choices. Often we forget why we're doing things, right? Like, it's because we have this vision, we have this dream, we have this goal that we're working towards, and you have to stay focused on that, which can be hard in the moment. But it's just simply asking yourself the right questions. Do you want it or do you not? Are you going somewhere, or are you staying stuck and the same? Now, the last one, what's the point? And I know this gets a lot of you because it does get a lot of my clients as well. When it comes to consistency, that is everything, right? And if you don't have some kind of proof that you're staying consistent, if you are not tracking every single day, and if you don't have that data to see that you've actually been consistent, then very likely you're not actually being as consistent as you think. And so that's why I get all my clients to fill out their data on a shared spreadsheet, because it keeps them accountable. It lets me see if they're really being consistent or not, because you can't guess consistency. You can't just assume that you have been consistent and you're doing okay, because again, if that's the case, if you're doing that, it's very likely you're not actually being as consistent as you think. Unless, of course, you are making progress and you're sure of that and you can see that and you're happy, then that's fine. But if you feel stuck, or if you feel like you're not making progress, it's very likely a consistency thing, and it's very likely a mindset thing, and you have to learn the importance of proving that consistency in some way. So for me, I wanted to do my best with tracking and hitting my macros. What's the point of actually tracking in the moment? So that I can see that I have been consistent, and if not, then I can either adjust things for the week moving forward, or I know I can't really expect to have made much progress, that kind of stuff, right? It's data that you can then work with to make informed decisions moving forward. If you don't have that data, if you don't have that proof of consistency, it makes it so much harder to know what you need to do for the next step. And in some cases, it might be nothing. You just need to get back to tracking and get back to the plan, whatever. But that's not always the case, and you don't know unless you have that data. I hope this helps you, and I hope you can see the importance of learning how to listen to your thoughts and then kind of reprogram your mind, right? That's what you're doing by listening to the story, asking if it's true, and then training yourself to tell yourself a new story. That is all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please like it. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you have questions, feel free to send me an email or leave a comment, and I will see you in the next video.